Yeah. Love seeing the gun show here. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Edge of Legends. Great to have you. Great to see you. Before we went live, I started doing this for no reason. Like, it's like the gym bro equivalent of T-posing. I don't know. So anyway, hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 21 of Edge of Legend. And let us get right into it and meet these wonderful players, starting with Randy. Randy, who are you? Who are you playing? And what's your pronouns?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Randy Alvarenga. I'm playing Lothier Vanlinson, and my pronouns are he, him. Lothier is a druid human.
Yeah. Well, next up, let's go say hello to Sidney. Sidney, please tell us who you are and who you're playing and what your pronouns are.
Hello, my name is Sidney Rubino. I play Alona, the cloistered cleric, and my pronouns are she, her.
Wonderful. Next up, let's say hello to Sam. Sam, who are you? Who are you playing? What are your pronouns?
Hello, I'm Sam, and this is Frog here again today, like always. I play Ichi Pokton Papakli, also known as La Pacifica Dorita, and our pronouns are she, her. Thank you.
Lovely. Well, last and certainly not least, Wes, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
I will do that, but I have a question. Dorita is the feminine version of Dorito, right?
Delicious female
Just
chips.
asking. Hi guys, I'm Wes, and I play Dragon Targir, the Duskwalker Magus, and we're both he him.
Nice. Well, just a small heads up. Kylie will be joining us, although they'll be joining us a little late, but don't worry. Hopefully when they jump in, we'll get them right acquainted and we will catch up with them. Until then, my name is PJ. My pronouns are he, him. I'm the GM for Edge of Legend and Nat 20 Productions official here on Twitch. So let's see, pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing everyone and everything in between tonight. And here's what you missed. If you haven't gone to our YouTube, Nat 20 Prods, and saw the new recap done by, let's see if I can get my finger to do this right in the playback. Other way, there we go. The queen of the recap herself. Here's what you missed in episode 20. Well, the heroes woke up, had themselves a breakfast, sharpened their swords, and decide, you know what? Let's go kill that horrible monster. Let's go kill that Barghest. So they got some context for what it was, what it can do, and some ways to kill it. They fashioned some awesome traps out of like harpoons and stuff, so its new grown wings couldn't fly away. And they went out, they set up a trap, and they absolutely freaking murked that. It was insane. You got Dragon over here, sudden bolt striking this thing and taking off like almost half its damage. The heroes ask the reliquary if they can get anything, and they get this amazing holy hand grenade of Azuma. They all attune to it, and for each one who attunes to it, it adds an additional 2d6 good damage. So when all 6 people attune to it, 12d6 attuned damage was stored in this bomb. And as everyone is wondering if the cleric's gonna die or not, she grabs the hand grenade and then casts searing light on the creature and throws the thing in its mouth, like when Luke Skywalker shot the Death Star in the vent port. That's exactly how that went down, and that's exactly what happened. It blew right the heck up. Destroyed it. And with that, though, in the process, it set off the same fireball that Dragon tried to kill it with a few episodes before. But with that, everyone survived. Alona's missing some eyebrows. They decide to go talk to the local Bun Boy shop about partnering with the local Order of Righteous Warrior Champions, the Order of the Emerald Flame, and they made it happen. They made a really awesome deal, and now these warriors are going to be selling Bun Boy's coffee and pastries to the local inhabitants of Or. And then as it happened, Alona was able to find the little girl that was one of the few friends that Morel had in his earlier years that he was able to save, and it was a very touching moment. And that's where we ended episode 20. Now, coming back into episode 21. Let's pick things up from maybe like mid-afternoon. you've made your deals. You made your bread wheels and deals. The young girl has gone about her daily chores and duties. Morel is having the most ugly cry vindication of his life. The question is, what do the heroes do now? Now the beast of the past has been killed, but the ninth cycle prophecy that damns you all to a horrible destruction if your friend Tobias isn't martyred, question mark, still looms over your head. What do you do?
Great question. I would love to know. Does anyone where are we? You said mid-afternoon?
Mhm.
All right, so I'm gonna assume at this point that Alona is back in the library, because where else would you be when you're trying to research why your friend might die? And in the library, I assume she's going to be looking through some of the texts that Chio and she and Dragon had found earlier. And she's going to do some additional research into Minerva as a goddess, seeing if there's any way that Minerva could intervene maybe and be like, why would you take one of my dedicated people away? That seems rude. Nah.
Okay, so you were in the library doing some research on the goddess Minerva and to see if there's any details about her relationship with Tobias that may save him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for putting that in better words.
It's okay.
Ichi's there keeping you company, but she's also passed out on one of those tables surrounded by books.
From her
She
sugar
hasn't
high.
read any of them. She's just using one as a pillow.
Incredible.
And Dragon is like asleep in a chair with a box of like half-eaten bun boys on his lap.
That's
So
incredible.
Lothier is actually in his room still. It's late in the afternoon, but the reason is he's taken out this mushroom that he was given, which is supposed to help him sort of have like, these visions of the past and to train as a druid. But having heard from his teammates about the fight and everything and thinking about his new friend Tobias and worrying about him, he's wondering if he can like maybe see something that will help with like aiding his friend. So he's trying to see if maybe he can use that mushroom to have like to ponder like either what happened the last cycle that may help us with doing something different this cycle or something like that.
Sure. Okay. This is all really great stuff. Well, then let's see here. Since we have 3 people in the library, as my notes say, Sam is there but napping and Wes is there and having a sugar crash nap. Let's see if we can glean anything from the library first with those 3 characters. If at any point in time, Sam or Russ, you want to help, of course, anything you want to do. Sidney, for yours, I want you to give me either a lore check or a religion check as you are going deep into the books.
Religion is always going to win. It's my highest modifier. I can't, if it's an option, I can't not, because like, what if I roll a 5?
Everyone gets 1 free hero point beginning of every game. If you want
But
to
you
use
know
yours
what?
now.
The great thing about the fact that my religion modifier is a 15 is that the 5 doesn't look so bad.
Damn.
Listen, I'm an expert in religion. Happens when you grow up in a temple. I hope I'm an expert in something. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. So a dirty 20 looking into details about Minerva that could save Tobias. Looking into greater details about Minerva, you see a lot of the pretty standard stuff that you've seen, how they were a knight of Acadia in their mortal life, how during the event of the Looking Glass, they basically dedicated their lives to saving Origin priests, and how they died in the last day of like an 18-20 day battle, and for that was elevated to goddess station. However, there is no real prophecies or anything related to prophecies with her. There's a lot of things about like when you give your oath to someone, it becomes a very strong bond. But that's about it.
Rants. Is there any research I can do to all of the people that were in the 8th circle prophecy about their identities and if they were tied to any gods or if they were of anyone of note before they were chosen to die for the 8th circle prophecy?
Give me a society check, and if Sam or Wes, you want to help out, you can give me a society check as well to like do an ad, or who knows, get a natural 20 and
Yeah,
It definitely didn't, so please help me.
I'd like to help. So I would imagine that Drake kind of like wakes up and like looks down at Bun Boys and just like takes a small nibble, smiles, sets it down, but hears Alona like kind of mumbling to herself, like while like rapidly like looking through books and getting frustrated. So yeah, I'd like to help. But what is it? Religion?
society.
Society. Okay, I'm get decent at that one. So that's a 27.
Oh, thank God.
Nice. What about you, Sam?
Ichi wakes up. She's got her head on this book. And she's like, I'm helping, and she's just gonna open the book that she was using for a pillow, and be like, this, and point at it, and it's a 15.
15.
I wish it was like super high. I wish you were just like, this is the thing.
Dragon got a little frustrated with the Alona like slamming books closed and like wakes up from a nap, like walks over, like looks around and just reaches and grabs a book, flips open to a page and just hands it to Alona. Like, yeah. Goes back and sits down again. It gives her just a little bit of like a tired glare.
Ichi passes a book to Dragon to use as a pillow.
So as you look around all the books at you're like handing the book over to Dragon, and Dragon's like, oh, thank you. He's about to put that on, and he sees something else. Wait, what? In your brain, you see it, and right there in big letters, you see the name Tobit, which, as you know, is the father of Tobias in this case. And you see a detailed breakdown of the 8th cycle, everyone who is declared around the world to be a member of the 8th cycle. You see the notes and details about how, like, you know, some have gone missing. We don't know if they were like killed in the prophecy or not. But the one thing you do recognize, and Sidney, Alona would pick up on this probably just a bit after, there's a mark next to all of them, a very specific mark, especially nearby Tobit. And this signifies the religious symbol of Azamat. Everyone that died in the 8th cycle, who went, who was chosen, who fought, who was slain, so the world could like have another 30 years of peace, all were chosen and worshipped Azamat.
Oh shit. Alona, you know, like the That's So Raven where she goes into the future. Well, imagine that, but Alona going into the past. You remember in like season 1. So I don't know why my brain remembers this, but man, it does. Season 1, like right after we went to Molly Moss, Ilona walks in on Tobias praying to Azamat, talking to him, when, as far as anyone else knew, he only worshipped Minerva. Boom.
Why you have the brains?
That's why I take notes and write recaps. So that's interesting. Rats. Does anyone want to hear this nugget of wisdom, or is everyone really just tired? I can
tell me. Tell me. I like to hear your voice. Got a nice tonal quality to it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Well, Ichi, Alona's gonna get in real close, like, hello. So what happened was, and she goes into the entire detailing of what I just explained. And she goes, and so I feel like we should probably talk to Tobias about Azamat because maybe this connection here could be, really important that we should talk to him about and delve into.
So you're saying Tobias worships Azamat? Maybe?
Saying it's a possibility. He certainly was trying to talk to him. I do remember specifically when he was praying. I shouldn't tell you what he was saying, but he was very frustrated.
I do have a very, very important question for you.
Uh-huh.
I failed religion class in school. What does Azamat do?
Right. PJ, do you have to do a religion check for this?
I mean, I think you can use player knowledge at this point. I think you have a very strong grasp of what Azamat does.
All right, let's go. Okay, so the Astrogenicon, right? That's like it's like the big old book that tells you about all the gods. In the Astrogenicon, it mentions that Azamat is basically the king of the gods. He and a few other people are like really, really important. If I'm bringing it in like to layman's terms, and Azamat is the one who basically the big war of the heavens started around because he lost his sister who was dragged down to the nine hells. So he's like the big guy. He's the one in charge, the one kind of making the plans. He's got a wound that's never really healed because it was given to him by his sister. He's a really big deal. He's like the most powerful god, and he's actually dragon like.
It's all coming together now.
What?
This is the class that I missed when I had mono in 6th grade, and why I don't remember any of this. Also, that textbook was really expensive. The Astrogenicon. I didn't buy it. I didn't. So yes, this is all news to me, but whatever it means, I'm here to support you. What does it mean?
Me too. I support everything.
Well, possibly what it means is that if all of these prophecies are coming from Azamat, he could be choosing his own followers, or people could be following Azamat because they have gotten visions of him, that he's chosen them. So really it comes down to Azamat's relationship with these people and why they get chosen over and over again to be a part of these prophecies that seem to keep happening. And it's not great.
So we go to Azamat temple and take it up with the big guy? Or is that not how things work?
We should probably ask Tobias about that just before we jump the gun a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's really important we find out if he's really practicing or if he's just kind of like a holidays kind of guy, kind of Azamat worshiper. Because I know it's different for everybody.
You're right.
I mean, he is the chosen to be this and that and sacrifice, but maybe he just doesn't vibe with it.
Maybe not. You're right. Tobias does seem like someone who only would worship Azamat on the weekends.
I mean, I wouldn't worship someone who wanted to sacrifice me. So maybe he used to do it, and then it just was like, no, never mind. Bad prophecies.
That seems valid,
right? I would if a god was just like, oh, by the way, we gotta save the world, but the only way to do it is we gotta murder you. I'd be like, well, you kind of are a sucky god, aren't you? Can you just do it yourself without the whole death thing? But it
would be like supply and demand. You need a supply of sacrifices, and I'm demanding you don't kill me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would quit and probably take up, I don't know, flying kites. Something.
Flying kites? That's like the most fun thing you thought of?
Yeah, I mean, what if you were previously deemed the chosen martyr to start a new era cycle of the world, and then you decided not, what would you do? What would you do?
I mean, now you've got me thinking about kites. Now I want to build a big one that I can just attach to myself and fly around.
See, you get it. It's all coming together. Though this doesn't help, though, does it,
Mm.
Alana?
No, it's okay though. Now I'm imagining Dragon strapped to a kite, and that's really pleasant. But I think we should probably go to talk to Tobias right now.
It's a good call.
Yeah. Where's Tobias, PJ?
That's a very good question. I don't believe y'all seen him since you went out to go fight the Barghest.
Oh, son of a bitch. God damn it. Did he run away again?
No.
He is prone to flee responsibility.
God, but just, oh.
But while you're doing that, let's go over to our friend Randy, who is using this mushroom to see things. So give me specifically, you're trying to look into the past to figure something out? Are you
Yeah.
trying
So what he does is he takes his pack because he heard Alona saying she was going back to the library, and he had a not so pleasant experience in said library. So he's a bit more wary to go back. He likes books, but he's okay for right now. So he takes out this jar that he's been keeping, and inside the jar is some earth, and the mushroom is placed in there, and it's been placed with lots of care. It's like wrapped up very carefully. And he takes it out and he looks at it, and he remembers the words that were given to him, which is that when the mushroom like changes color, that it will be for his next lesson. And it hasn't changed color, it's the same color. And but he thinks back on like the past few days, Tobias, the killing of the Barghast, and realizing time is running for their friend, and he wants to try to help in whatever way he can. So he takes out the mushroom and goes, all right, I know it's not time for my lesson, but maybe you can help me solve a problem. And he's talking to it real careful like, and he takes it out, and just a small little piece, and he takes it and closes his eyes and begins to meditate. And what he's trying to do is to see if there are any visions or anything that he can see related to the 8th cycle and how they went about sort of like as that sacrifice happened, like what was happening in that moment, if possible, because he realized that there was some of that in his last vision, like being able to see the past.
Okay. I want you to give me a check, your choice, as you calm your mind and steady your spirit and start to think non-linearly into, I guess, the time of space behind you. Roll the check to kind of figure out how you navigate this greater web work, this moss work, if you will, of information.
Okay, so I think he would want to do nature. He would try to, because what he's imagining is that this mushroom, it has some magical properties, but it also is connected to nature and time and the earth and like that sort of space. And so if there's anything you can show us, anything at all, I'd be really appreciative. He's going to do a nature check. And that is not that bad. 27.
Okay.
It's my best. That's my best roll.
So you start to feel this odd tingle sensation over your skin, like goosebumps just rising as your hair stands up, but everything else becomes cold and numb. This detached feeling as your head almost seems to be floating in a river while your body seems to be buried in cool, moist earth and dirt. This duality of states. As you're in this, you see life moving past you like water with ripples and offshoots that then almost seems to web like shattered ice, this break and crack. And as you start going backwards instead of forwards, you see images and tableaus. You see the man, Tobit, and he is now maybe even a few years older than he was when he left. Or you see a beard, not a long one, but a beard on his face, a groomed beard, his origin hair tied up, and you see a whole new set of armor on his body, emblazoned with the symbol of the platinum hammer. You see a wedding ring on his finger. You see a sword and shield raised high. You see him in a town that you've never been in. He has his sword raised high above his head and his shield extended out as if he's about to strike down at a monster, and you hear a horrific scream, a dragon roar, a deep and billowous dragon roar. And as you see what he's looking at, as the sky almost eclipses in front of him, around the back and over the shoulder, you see a tidal wave bigger than a mountain, rushing towards him with a fury unstoppable. And as the tidal wave starts to part just a little bit, you see two green eyes piercing through the veil of this tidal wave. And you see Tobit, in a moment of humility, dropping his weapons and his shields, putting his hands together. And then he's about to put his hands into the tidal wave itself. And that's when you hear a voice that just says, I will always apologize to my sons and daughters, my children. It should have never been your job to fix this. And then you can feel yourself die as Tobit is killed, or more or less ascends. You get this sense that there's a town somewhere in this world, a tidal wave out to destroy it, a dragon riding that tidal wave, and a heavy apology from Azamat himself. And in this revelation of what Tobit went through his last few hours of life before he completed the cycle and saved the world and then died, you see again water, ice, cracking, and you come back to your modern contextualized being.
I gotta find Ilona. And he just sits up, bolts for the library, to where his friends are. As he's like sort of running down this hall that he's been in before, he nods as he's passing people, trying to be cordial. But he passes the two doors that he went in last time, and he's like, shivers a little bit, and then keeps running, looking on every aisle, looking for every table for Ilona and the others. Ilona! Oh my gosh! Okay. I'm sorry to barge in here like this, but I just saw something that I think you might want to know.
What is it with you?
So this might sound strange. I'll tell you a bit more about visions and things later, but I just saw a vision with Talbot and the A cycle, and it gave me some info on like the last moments he had before the end for him, and maybe I was looking for something that might be able to help us with Tobias. And in those last moments, I saw him stand as if he was getting ready to strike the last blows to a great monster, and a tidal wave that just came in, and the voice of, I believe it was Azamat, maybe? And he apologized to him, said he will always apologize to his children that they had to go this way or something. What, Dragear? Dragon? Sorry.
No, you're fine. Just my dreams are never quite that interesting.
Oh, I was long story. There's a mushroom. It does some stuff. It's druid stuff.
Hold up. You ate a berserker mushroom and didn't invite the rest of us?
It's not a berserker mushroom. It is a mushroom of sight and visions, and it's deep religious experiences of some kind. Druid stuff. He looks back at Alona. Oh, Yeah.
Yeah, druid stuff. That sounds real. That sounds real, but um, I I think that is a really important part of the puzzle. Hearing that, and I think maybe, just maybe, if we can get in contact with someone who knows quite a bit about Azamat, we might be able to get to the bottom of this. The other thing that we also have to keep in mind is we should probably find Tobias, because I don't know where he is again.
Oh, he's not here with
Did
you
he-
guys.
Skedaddle. Did he try and run again?
Oh boy, I really hope not.
I hope not too. Chionibus put a mark on him, right?
What if he's right here and she's gonna open a door to whatever random room they're standing next to? And can Shionovis just be in there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's her introduction to joining the
Well,
Yeah, Tobias is in. Maybe he's in here. Oh, it's just Shionovis.
Holding a bagel and coffee. What?
It
At
seems we're
least knock first. Gosh.
Sorry. He's just gonna start to shut the door again.
No, it's too late now. It's already.
Apparently, we're short one Tobias.
What?
We're short Tobias. He seems to be MIA.
Not that short.
No, he's short. Sips coffee like an old detective, tired of people's shit. Yeah, well, I should be able to find him, no problem. I mean, I marked him when we first got into town, so.
All right.
I can help. I'm an experienced tracker.
See, bounty hunters for the win up top.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I'm a mercenary bounty hunter. Same difference.
I'm blue. It's fine.
You know, shit happens. All right. PJ, how does this work?
All right. So I believe your marking them gives you bonuses to survival checks to track them. So if you want to try and find Tobias, you are welcome to roll a survival check to find them. If anyone wants to roll assist on this, you can also do a survival check to track.
I would like to do that as well.
same.
Also same.
The +2 doesn't go up by level, right?
No, it's just a nice free +2 bonus.
Sick. Let's go.
28
Pretty
for
sure.
the assist.
Mine's only a 12.
22.
22.
27. Look at us go, y'all. Okay, Dragon, it
We-
happens to the best of us.
Yeah. We said Tobias is not getting far.
I'm still slightly food comaed from all the Bun Boy donuts that I've been eating.
Fair. It's entirely fair.
So Sam, what was your survival again?
20.
20. Okay. So you are going to be adding total +4 to your survival check, Kylie.
That makes it a 31.
31. Okay. So put your heads together and you're looking around town and tracking and getting details. Shonibus, you start to kind of dial into your marked target. I want you to describe for me what it's almost like, this kind of supernatural, maybe even quasi mystical ability to track people that you've marked.
So for her, it's years and years of quickly finding tracks, knowing that they could be brushed away by the wind in a matter of seconds, just from her being back home. And so you guys watch as she almost like tunes out the rest of the world, and her eyes almost dilate as she quickly finds almost like not bloodhound, but like that type of tracking, that very intense look, and you see her then just start to like take off and start weaving through different pathways, different alleys, whatever it may be. Freeze for a second, do like quick calculations, and then turn down a different way.
Okay. So as your olfactory senses are picking up heightened pheromones, as your ears are starting to kind of pick up the difference in like how the wind moves across bodies, as you're picking up all these senses, you do eventually come across Tobias at basically Tobias is at what could be excused as a bar, flirting with one of the staff members. And he's just kind of leaning one arm there, and he goes, "Listen, I'm going to be leaving town tomorrow. I'm not going to be here very long. I might even leave in the next hour or two. But, if you want to go one-on-one with the Chosen One, let's see what happens if we make a temple to each other. So do you have time? Because if you have the time, I have the prayers."
It's unfortunately time for you to get back to the cloister yourself, my friend, he says as he walks over.
He just says nice and gives him a fist bump.
Dragon walks up next to him, puts his hand on his shoulders, like, that was horrible. What? Tell me that doesn't work.
Look, 70% of the time it works every time. It's not about whether or not it's smooth. It's about the confidence to pull it off.
Did the girl stay there, or is she just like trying to tend to other customers at this point?
I will say at this point, whatever positive, if that conversation they were having has been made awkward, and she is leaving to continue her job. And Tobias just watches her walk away, and she goes, "You owe me a drink."
And now Dragon slaps down some coins. Drinks for everyone. What time is it? It doesn't matter.
Well, for me, it's full drink o'clock, but I believe it's only like 4 p.m.
Tobias, before you start drinking anymore, we really have to talk to you.
I already know this is going to be a headache. Dragon, make it 2 drinks.
Why not 3?
I like the way he thinks. Yes, why not 3 indeed?
And then Dragon is gonna flirt.
You're gonna flirt?
Yeah. Hello, gorgeous. Can we get 3 drinks for everybody? You know what? And get yourself one too. And just like he slaps down like a couple gold coins. Like, thank you very much.
All right, so she takes her money and she goes back. You see her go behind the counter and get the drinks as asked. She looks at what the remaining change would be. It looks at the booze shelf and just kind of sighs and just puts the money in her pocket. She's like, "That's dumb. I'm not doing that." She comes back with everyone's drinks, puts them on the table, and she says, "Have fun, drink up. Also, remember," and she points up and you see the holy symbol of Rochelle up in the bar. Yes. And she's like, "You're being watched. Smile. Gods are present." And then she walks back behind the counter.
I love this.
4 is the best.
And, as she sets the drinks down, Dragon is just going to smile and wink, and that is all he's going to do. Like,
I love it.
Like, thank you. And he starts like pushing the drinks in people's directions.
I look around just at the ambiance of God watching us. As she says that.
Oh, that's right. You haven't met Rochelle.
Nope.
Oh, she's amazing. She's the goddess of bar wenches and service workers.
I would very much like to meet this god.
She's so cool. I love her. Woodward had a really great relationship with her because he made hooch. He's really good hooch. Tobias, we have discovered something that we think might be really important to you, and actually Dragon found it in a book. It was good job, Dragon, for pointing to the page, and Ichi helped. We all helped, but Lothier also had a vision about it.
Yeah, he's hiding hallucinogenic mushrooms from us.
You are holding and you're not sharing with the class.
Oh, it is not that
Rude.
kind of party.
Yeah, he's got a berserker's mushroom.
It
I don't
is
even know what
not
that is.
a berserker's mushroom.
Oh,
it is for druidic study, and I'm taking care of it, and I got to do it. All right. Anyway,
Yeah, he's not. He's not being irresponsible. He's a plant dad.
I'm a plant dad.
Are you
I
trying
like
to
that.
tell me that plant dads don't get fucked up like all the time?
What? No, we do not. I enjoy a good hop every once in a while, which makes a good drink, and that is just
Is that
purely.
when you lick a frog?
No, that's not. I don't lick frogs. That is
What's
a
good
myth.
hop?
Wait, sure.
That is a myth. Druids
wait.
don't do that.
Time out.
Don't do that.
You can lick frogs?
No, you
Like,
should not be licking any
see,
frogs.
That's what I heard. At least in Asmacon, there were like
Have you ever talked to a frog? They are some.
my
weird
uncle's a
dudes.
frog.
Why did you eat to let you talk to a frog?
I'm a
talk to
druid. I
frogs
talk
now?
to animals every day. I talk to plants.
Can you talk to dragons?
I-
I didn't know this yet.
No, I don't. I have never tried. I don't go looking for dragons, to be honest.
Listen, I know both of you are new here, but we've talked to dragons. My uncle is a frog, and
Oh,
a lot of things. A lot of things you haven't learned yet.
so you just lick frog. Wait, time out.
so
Wait,
all
do you
I'm
lick your
saying-
uncle? Or your
No,
Like-
no. But like I feel like he would probably know. So all I'm saying is if you have psychedelic frogs, you can share. We're cool, we're down. That's all,
All right.
I'm saying.
If I find any psychedelic frogs and those frogs fully consent to being licked, I will let you know. Until that point,
Of course.
no licking frogs, please.
I mean, look, that wasn't
Wait.
something that I was ever going to try until now. But I mean, look, I would never have thought about licking a frog before, but now it's out there, and now I'm
But also,
curious.
some of them are poisonous, so you don't want to just go licking frogs.
Listen, we're all
well,
here to learn
well,
new
look at me.
things, to have new experiences, to make new friends, to lick new frogs.
Anyway, this is not what we're about. He turns back to Tobias. I'm so sorry about this.
Tobias goes, no, please. This was quite entertaining. Frogs, you say? I could hear about another 30 minutes to 3 drinks more of talking about licking frogs.
There is more important things, Miss Alona. I didn't. I also didn't hear what you found in the library. So
Well, thanks to Shionibus's research, we were able to realize that, the 5 members of the 8th Circle prophecy that were saved by Tobit, your father Tobias, escaped, and they were subsequently all worshippers of Azamat.
Well, there you go. I worship Minerva. Therefore, I'm not the martyr. Let's get more drinks and let's change the topic, yes?
Tobias,
Yes.
I know that you don't just worship Minerva. Remember?
No.
Yeah. Remember we had a whole discussion about how I shouldn't be sneaky?
You see him just kind of put his hands on his face. You and Shionibus both. Yes, we should not be sneaky, something that apparently that's needs to be going over. Yes, sometimes I talk to Asmat, but as a champion, I talk to a lot of deities.
what do you talk to Azama about?
Mundane things. Sometimes if I don't feel like Minerva's giving me an answer, I reach out to Asmat. Sometimes I look for direction and then he scolds me. You know how Asmat
He
is.
calls you his child.
Yes.
Ah,
Why?
Well-
How is that relevant?
well, in the vision I saw, he apologized to his children that they had to pay at the end of the 8th cycle. So he was the one who, as a giant tidal wave, sort of took him out.
Mm. This is great news. So what I'm hearing is, if we stay in landlocked countries, I'm fine. Terrific.
I don't think it's that simple.
Yeah, it could be a really big tidal wave.
Could also be a metaphor.
It was a vision.
Hmm.
Shionibus, the book that you found, it was Tobit's diary, correct?
Yes, it was.
Was there anything else in there that you think is important that Tobias should know?
Quickly looks back at notes.
Yes, I'm sure. Give me a minute. Listen, we've been doing this for so long.
So 85 years.
85 years we've been streaming Edge of Legend. Can you imagine? Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
Remember
PJ.
the ninth cycle? It's now the 29th.
We're on the 29th cycle. How has no one stopped this cycle? What's going on?
PJ, I'm going to take out the drawing.
Oh,
Remind me again of the drawing.
The
Right.
drawing that fell out of the journal.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. Just by chance, do you recognize this at all?
Tobias looks at it. Face goes stone cold.
Oh,
It looks to you. This rudimentary and quite frankly rubbish drawing. Yes, I've seen it before. And you recognize it too. The eyes that pierce through the veil of the tidal wave about to crash down to the city bears similar, if not exact, same eyes as the drawing, the exact same shadows. You also remember in the city a massive statue in the shape of a dragon with this exact same face in it.
Is that Azamat? He looks directly at Tobias.
Tobias shakes his head. While Azamat is known for having a draconic form, no, the eyes are different. His eyes are soft and gentle. He's in pain. This is angry. This is vindication. This is venom.
Then why do those eyes look like the ones I saw in my vision?
Bloody hell! I don't know. You're holding out on me. I haven't gotten to hit the mushroom. I don't know what you saw.
All
All
right.
right.
He says, all right, pulls his pack out, places it on the table.
Then immediately sits up and has a smile on his face.
All right. Now, out of character. There's a thing in Pathfinder called follow the lead or follow the expert. Randy, do you want to put these people on a trip to go through time and space?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then no one has to roll, but Randy, you're going to roll for everyone else's well-being, okay? So you get to make the roll, and I'm going to make this a very hard DC. So that's going to be, you have to beat, so it's doable. I think it's doable. You got to beat a 27 all you're lonesome.
What skill? Nature?
Your choice. You want to make it nature? You can make it
I
nature.
do want to make it nature. I want to give myself the best chance to do this that I can.
Either way this goes, I am very excited.
He's like takes the mushroom and he goes, I'm not supposed to share this. This is very important. This is not, and he looks directly at Dragon. He goes, this is not some fun little adventure that we're going on. We're going here on this journey together and we'll walk through it. All right. This is so that we can learn a bit more about what I saw. Yes.
So, is it like a strict no fun rule, or
It's not
like,
that it's not, it's that I can't tell you whether or not to have fun. You can have fun if you want, but like
Alright.
also it could be dangerous. I can't act like I know everything about how this works.
no,
But what
that's fine.
I'll say is I'll do my best to try to guide us the same way that I was guided the first time. All right.
I trust me. I have complete and total faith with you. And as he's saying that, he's like slowly reaching toward.
It's Brad. Wait. Okay. Nope. We're gonna hero point that.
Oh no! Yes, please.
Much better. Much better.
Okay, good.
It's 27.
Exactly 27.
It's a
Okay.
13,
Yeah.
and I have a 14.
Nice, nice. Okay.
Went on a ride, yo.
All
All
right.
right. So he slowly takes off a little piece, puts it in front of everyone. He puts it at your seat last. Because otherwise you would take it really fast. He thinks.
He absolutely takes it the second you give it to him.
Yeah. So he only gives it to you right as he's like telling everybody, he's like, all right, I want you to close your eyes and focus on the past, the 8th cycle, specifically the last moments of Talbot. So that we can see maybe the same thing or at least a piece of that together. And listen to my voice as we go. If you start to wander your mind, you could have a really bad experience. All right. Just stay focused and on that one image, the last moments together.
So it takes a few minutes, but as you're thinking about it, you start feeling drowsy. Your head starts feeling very heavy. Then the cold sensation starts in your face and your cheeks and drops past your belly and into the extremities and your toes and your hands. Again, the similar feeling of your body being buried in cold, wet earth begins to cover you from the neck down while your head feels like it's floating like a buoy in the sea. This disjointed of body and mind continue until suddenly you hear the waves crashing and then pulling you through this timeline of water as it just moves past you. You're seeing different aspects of life, yours and others, strangers, emperors, gods, as they fraction off and crack the weave like ice breaking until finally you find yourself standing in a city you've never been in. Beautiful stone plaza with a massive statue in the center, houses built around it like a circle expanding outward. Neighborhoods in a circular grid, beautiful 2, 3, 4-story, massive, humble houses. You can hear the seagulls chirping, the coastline. And then eventually the seagulls stop. And then it goes dead quiet. As you look up, you see the sun begin to darken. And as you look out to the coast, you see a man alone, standing on water, watching as a tidal wave rises like an ominous tower, a monolith of judgment off the horizon, and it rushes towards him. You're in this brief moment in time, seconds between seconds. You have a shared consciousness thanks to Lothir's guidance. What are you going to do in this moment?
I'm gonna focus our consciousness together to look towards that figure and that wave and those eyes and the voice that I heard before.
Give me another nature check.
I don't have any more hero points. I'm terrified. Oh no, no, it's 18.
Okay. Okay. Noted. Anyone else want to do anything else?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can Alona, in her desperation, do a perception check to see if there is a sign that says where this is?
Go ahead, give me a perception check.
I was gonna use society check to see if I would know what this town would be.
Go ahead, give me a society check as well.
Sweet. Oh, yay. Oh, blessed rolls. Blessed be the rolls tonight. That's a 31.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a 30.
30. As you're looking around, the both of you, by the way, and Sam and Kylie, think about what you want to do because we're going to get to all of you. Sydney, you see in the middle of this center square a massive statue built out of mortar and bronze. And in the center of it, you see dragons facing in every cardinal direction. And above them, you see 4 humans looking sorrowful. And there's a plaque underneath it that says, "Let this monument stand as our apology for those we had to kill so that no one had to die." Dragon, as you're looking around, you see in this same area, do you read Draconic at all? No? Okay. You see this massive statue with very explicit Draconic runes all over it. And kind of with your elevated consciousness, you run towards it and you go to the other side of it and you see in common, "Welcome to the sorrowful city of Dragon Graves."
That's interesting.
Now, Sam, Kylie, what do you want to do?
Can I? Are the statues are the ones of the dragons, right? And then there's humans as well.
Mhm.
Is there a color symbol for these dragons, or are they just pretty much all just stone?
Do you speak Draconic?
No.
No. Do you have a pretty high Arcana check?
That's a good joke, PJ. Well, I mean, it's a 10.
A plus 10? That's not too bad. I'll tell you what, you can give me an Arcana check to figure some of that stuff out.
Yeet. 25.
25. Yeah. So they don't have any like color markings, but they do have their names written across their breast in Draconic, and then you see a symbol or sigil. And you do note these are 4 of the dragons that, through your research, you know, were killed in the Great Dragon War. Now, it should say that most of the dragons that were killed in the Great Dragon were the lesser generation of dragon gods. Not as strong, much more farther removed from Azimuth and Tarzmouth, so they are not as powerful. But there is one that doesn't have a symbol. It's almost scratched out. And this one definitely does not look as weak as the lesser. Sam, you're literally in a freezed moment in time. You are in a tableau of memory time space. What do you want to do?
Is it like I'm frozen too?
No, you can definitely move about this frozen memory in any way you need to. You cannot really affect it, but you're there.
Okay. Can I like sense any kind of like spirit force going around, or like connect to the vibe?
Do you want to connect to the vibe?
I want to connect to the vibe. The vibe check.
Okay, let's do a vibe check. Give me a perception check for the vibe check.
It's a natural 20.
Holy.
Queen of the vibes.
All right.
For my vibe check.
Vibe check.
And that does get something like a ridiculous number wherever my 32.
32. So you kind of quiet your mind and you start reaching out and you start seeing humans, dragons, bestial and divine, in this city. you're seeing massive, like the spirits of massive dragons that were killed in the war just slowly kind of look at you, having this metacognizant dissonance. Wait a minute, you don't exist right now, but I see you for a split second. You see what looks like humanoids walking with scaly feet and divine eyes as the lesser dragon gods that fell in the war. And then you see the spirit of gears filling the ground around you like some kind of clockwork patch all over the city. And then for a split second, you see a face, a massive, massive construct face just staring at you with a smile. Like if the Thing from Fantastic Four had a grin, just kind of like, hey.
Can you see me?
Hi.
Hi. What's
What?
your name?
I was gonna ask you that.
Look, we just vibe already, don't we? It was
This
really
is
great.
amazing.
My name's Ichi. And
Excellent.
you?
Well, I wasn't created to have a name, but they gave me a title.
Okay.
You can call me Behemoth 3.
That seems a little unoriginal. As in like number 3, like there's 2 other of you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you want like a better name? Like your own name?
Sure. I really don't have one feeling or the other.
Do you not have any feelings, or do you just not care about your name?
I don't have one feeling or the other.
I'm gonna call you Benny.
Benny. How do you spell that?
Benny. If you know the common alphabet, which I'm sure you do, you look like a smart rock. Do you look like a rock?
Well, sort of. I have stones in me. I have gears in me. I have a thermonuclear arcanic membrane through my nervous system.
You know, that is a lot of information. It seems a little personal. I'm not going to ask you personal questions. We just met, even though we vibe. But I am going to ask, where are we?
You're in Dragon's Grave.
Okay.
You're with Benny. That's
Um,
my name.
What's the deal here? Like, what's the deal?
Oh, one day we got really tired and we had to sit down. And then we built a city. And my name is Benny.
You're very good, Benny. And if I come to see you, like outside the vibe space, you know, like more in like real space time thing, like that is reality. Would that be cool?
Yeah. You would be so cool.
Okay. Huh. Any questions for me, Benny? This has been a good time.
Do you need me to do anything? Do you have someone I need to fight? I'll fight them. I'll do it.
Will you really?
Yeah.
You know, can I get a rain check, Benny?
Yeah, I will remember. Benny, rain check from Ichi. Got it.
Okay. Can like you want to do like a little fist bump, even though like I don't think you can hurt me that bad because we're like astral projecting or something. I don't really know how this works, like this whole mushroom thing, but like just a little like think, you know, just be gentle. I'm
Oh.
strong, but I'm short.
Oh, I don't know where my fists are. Go ahead and bump anything. I'll figure it out.
You're so agreeable. All right. Okay. Just gonna like whatever seems like where he would have an arm, just a little bit of a well,
All right. So you boop and you just see his face as he just goes, and like somewhere off in the distance, you think you hear something, and he goes, I found my hand. Have a great day.
you're great. All right. I'm gonna go. I have no idea. But see you later. Okay, bye.
Bye. So you met what I'm now calling Benny. This is hilarious. This entire iteration is going to be changing a lot of history moving forward. This is great. Now let's go to Kylie. I forgot. Did we cover your stuff yet? Yeah, we did. The statues.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Randy, that 18.
Yeah.
You look into the oncoming tidal wave, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you walk out to the water where Tobit is standing defiantly, literally standing on water?
Yeah, I would probably walk and like be telling people to follow me, and they didn't, but like is what it sounds like. Like I was so focused on doing it that I went by myself is probably what ended happening.
So you go walking out, you find there's like a kind of a moment where the coastline breaks and the water gets really dense, and you gently patting your feet, you can feel the water is sturdy, like as if concrete. And then walking out to the water where Tobit is standing, you see the water coming closer, almost in that sort of like, how to describe it? What's his name? That kind of Scorsese zoom in, kind of rack zoom at the same time. You see the water become close and significant, and as it starts to breach, you see a green draconic face. And as you look at this, you have a second deeper trip. Everyone, Lothier is gone.
No!
No.
Now, Lothier, you see as it looks into you, you see the water start rushing past you. You see the lines cracking like ice, splintering in this moss weave. You go farther and farther back until suddenly you're on the exact same shore. Time is frozen in this moment, but you are still active. You look around you, the water is quiet and still. There's no city around you. But as you look farther off in the distance, you see a war. You see soldiers charging at dragons and wormkin as they clash in steel. And then for a brief second, you see a construct the size of a mountain, balling up a fist and plunging it through the chest of a dragon. You see the dragon gripping it by the hands, trying to almost like pull the hand out. But then suddenly, pieces of the dragon break off and get sucked into a green vortex one by one. The wings splinter and pop off one by one. Both wings gone. The scales start to peel one by one, like removing pieces from a mosaic. It's ripped off its flesh and thrown into the same green portal. And as the last of its scales begin to leave its form, and you're seeing bone starting to peel back and skin tissue starting to recede like soup, what should be pain is only an arrogant smile as the dragon looks at this massive construct and says, "Though you win the war, I will be your tyrant. I will be your king." And then drags into the green portal and then into the water and vanishes. Meanwhile, behind him, you see another even larger construct holding in its hand an egg the size of a horse, looking confused and shouting out loud, "Behemoth 1, mission successful. Reporting for duty." And then Behemoth 1 with heavy feet stomping off. And as this happens, you see, not in this sphere, but in your soul, the same two dragon eyes going, looky, looky, looky. You're peeking where you shouldn't. But Lothier, this is not new for you, is it? You like to go where you shouldn't. One of these days, Mud Druid, I will make you bend the knee. Tyrant or king or god, it doesn't matter. I will drown you all.
He focuses really hard to try to get out of there. I don't know if it's working, but he's trying to get back at least to his friends, at least to get out of this thing's reach. But he feels the overarching presence of it as it sort of looms over him.
You see now in this moment of reality, apart from this vision, but deep inside your own personal reality, you see a green, sickly green flame, and you see silhouetted by it a tall suit of armor walking with a gnarled crown bending from its helmet. And from its slit of its helmet, you see two green hands of fire reach towards you. And you hear the voice again. You want to be my avatar? Give me a willpower save. Give that will save.
Ooh, that's actually really good. Let's see. Well, 14 plus. 32.
32. As he wraps his fingers around you, you see deep underwater, somewhere in the world, a wicked long blade buried. And you can hear this. You see a monstrous green creature with many arms and many eyes laying in the water. A corpse. You see somewhere else in the world a creature waking up. Eyes of rage. A maw of dragon kin and curled fang. And the voice says, I have such powers. This world must be cleansed. We can drown it. And as this happens, I want you to address the voice. As it seems very clear, it's discussing this with you. It's tempting you. What do you say into this sickly green abyss?
All right. It is called me by name. It is the same eyes, the same evil that sort of seems to have been facing the world. And it's I would say there in the drawing that we showed Tobias, it says the corrupted tyrant must die. Right. So here you go. We will stop you. I don't know how, but we will, and we'll figure it out. I swear, by all I can do. And you just see as lightning begins to sort of flicker in his eyes. There's fear, and it's a massive amount of fear. But yeah.
The lightning sparkles and cracks from your very eyelids, cutting the green flame like a knife through butter until the fingers just separate and release. And as you feel yourself slowly slipping away, it gets faster and faster, too fast. But the last thing you see in this moment are a series of forms in silhouette, impossible to tell by this green light standing in front of you. And the voice says, go back running. You have sent your cycles against me, and they have broken their bodies upon me. Yes, you will stop me. And you will die as all the others have. You find yourself now back by Tobit's side as he is still frozen in time with hands glowing like the morning sun reached outstretched to the tidal wave itself. Everyone, you see, popping back to this segment of reality, Lothier. And Lothier, part of your cape is on fire with a sickly green flame.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh,
Yeah.
That's new.
oh. We gotta end this. We gotta end this.
Okay, Lothier, take us back. It's okay. We can get out of here.
He closes his eyes and begins focusing all of his might on trying to end this. But I don't know if he's able to. So he opens his eyes again and he goes, I need all of your help. I need you all to focus. We need to think about. And he looks at Dragon and he goes, and really, we need to get out of here.
Dragon's gonna go up to Lothier and put his hand on his shoulder, and in kind of a rare situation, you see like a very serious look on Dragon's face, and she's like, "Relax, just breathe, my friend.
All right.
None of this is real. Remember?
Right.
Just breathe.
All right.
It's all right."
Thank you. He closes his eyes a bit calmer. He holds out his hand to the side for anyone else to grab. And he holds really tight as he begins to work to end this vision for the entire group.
Okay. So you all come together, take a deep breath. You feel late to the circle, but you still feel the trembling, warm and sweaty hands of Tobias as you all hold hands. And then you start seeing the world become water. And the cracks, like ice beginning to shatter, start to stretch again and mold back until you're present in a warm, familiar tavern to Rochelle in the city of Or, the nation of Or. You wake up to the smell of the sweet booze, the incense burning, and the sound of Tobias sobbing as his face quite very pink from emotion. And of course, the trip just says, I never saw my dad before. I never saw my father's face. Gods, I look so much like him.
I think we all should discuss what we saw in a place a bit more private than this bar.
Tobias, would you please come with us?
He weakly nods yes.
Thank you. And I guess we head back to like the inn where we are staying, or like if you know a secret cloistered room in the library, that would be.
Yes, you're staying in my family's house.
Oh yeah,
and that's directly.
that's right. That's
attached-
right. Yeah.
Which is directly attached to the temple. So I assume at this point the home base would be the library.
All right.
I think there would probably be private study rooms in there. So we just take up one of the larger rooms for private study and go in there and talk about what just happened.
So you're, oh yeah, go.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just confirming. So you're going to the one of the private rooms in the temple that, okay. As you do, when you finally get to that private room, there's a box for you. Opening it up, you see this beautifully wrapped fabric Very gentle. Now, I should say the box is more of a treasure chest. This is a massive box. And the fabric that's folded up is more of a very, very ornate tarp. Because as you unfurl this, you see an item the size of a torso. As you look at this, you all seem to recall the trip you just had, the dragon statues you just saw, the sickly green flames. As in this box is a sickly green, bright, shining, with light almost humming inside of it, dragon scale that has been in the reliquary for a couple 100 years.
And this is the one that if you touch, it burns your skin off?
Yes.
Great.
Oh, I've seen this before.
What do you mean? We didn't see it in the trip that we had. Where did you go, Lothier?
I don't quite know. Went to a great battle where these giant constructs of some kind. I believe we called himself Behemoth One or something crazy. Giant. Huh?
Benny? But oh, it was number one. Oh, no, never mind.
Benny. Anyway, this giant thing was fighting a dragon, punched into him, had its scales ripped off into a portal of some kind. But that creature, I think, is the eyes that I saw in the tidal wave. I think is the reason people keep having to die in these cycles.
So you're saying that the cycle prophecy keeps happening in order to stop one thing, one being from
green
happening?
Dragon creature. And he sort of asks Chionobis for the drawing and places it on the table. This tyrant, this green tyrant. He said that we won't ever be able to defeat him, that we have thrown many of the cycle at him and each of them have failed. He grabbed me and threatened me and said that I would die. And I will be your tyrant and I will be your king, were the words that came out of his mouth as green sickly flames came around. And that's the scale from that creature. I swear.
Shionibus, you're the only one of us still around that saw the Green King in the flesh before he disappeared into a portal. Does this seem like the same person?
BJ doesn't seem like the same person.
Randy, out of curiosity,
Yeah.
because you did a really good job telling him everything. In fact, everyone here gets a hero point. Y'all been freaking amazing. But out of curiosity, did you tell them all the other things that you saw in the heartbeats when he was tempting you?
I would have told them. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So Shionus, what you hear, what you recognize from your memory, your 2,000 year long memory, is that one day, at the very end of the Green War, when you docked that arrow in silence and secrecy, pulled a full draw to the ear, bent around the corner, and saw Korokos talking to his liege, the Green King. Not only do you have confirmed the verdant monarch, but when he describes the many-armed green creature drowning and dead at the bottom of the lake or the sea, you remember the very form of Korokos when he was made the avatar of Gorm.
once all this clicks, Shionibus's face goes just like pale. Yeah, that sounds about right. Along with Gorm. So like that's another issue that we have to deal with. This is, I don't know why I didn't see it before. Yeah.
I gotta clarify a few things. Are we saying that the Green King and Gorm are the same person? The same entity? Or are we saying that because the General Korokos was a worshiper of Gorm and was ascended, he became tied to the Green King somehow? Because that's where I'm getting fuzzy. That's what I don't understand.
I wouldn't have any idea as to that from the vision, right?
No. Yes, you would actually. All right. So, Alona, religion check. Randy, nature check.
Okay.
Amazing. Incredible. Nope, hero point.
Right.
Just got one. Gonna use it immediately.
Same here.
Okay.
No.
But it's worth it.
Yep.
For a 31.
Wow.
That's what's up.
You know what? Wait, no, that's not my modifier. What am I saying? That's my perception modifier. Hold, please. Hold,
Okay.
please. I thought I had this memorized. I'm a liar. Actually, no, it is the same. I'm not a liar. My perception and my religion are both 15. It's a 29 for me,
Oh.
dog.
Nice. So, so much information to give out, so I'll try to make it really brief. Sidney, you remember during the Green War, you heard Korokos mention that somewhere there's a book that contains a whole bunch of information that the printed Astrogenicon does not go into. You have a pretty strong belief this information is hidden at the Order of the Platinum Hammer, including the Gospel of Gorm.
Oh,
What could loosely be conceived as the only holy book of the Silent One, the Father of Scars, and the God of all Orcs. Somewhere over there would be this book. Now, that being stated, Randy, you know orcs. You've seen dragons. You've now seen what happens. Though you have never seen Gorm or any of their religious practices, what few there are, you are very, very adamant that what you saw was a greater dragon deity and not Gorm themselves. Not from any descriptions, anything.
All right. I'd share that with everyone. It's definitely not a greater deity, not Gorm himself, but it was very powerful, terrifying even.
okay. So, if we have to contend with the Green King, who may or may not be tied to Gorm, we know that the Green King is the thing that all of these circle prophecies have been trying to stop from becoming a huge problem in our world. And there's, Luthier, did you mention there was another entity at the bottom of the sea?
There was these giant arms. So I guess somehow maybe there was a lot. It was terrifying. All last. I'm sorry, I'm not helping here. I don't quite know everything that I saw.
You're helping you. This is the whole reason we saw all these things is because you and your mushrooms.
Yeah.
Give yourself
Right.
some credit.
Right. What I can tell you, Mona, is that whatever this Green King is, he's planning to continue doing this until he wipes us all out. The cycle seems to be trying to stop him, but not completely. And he said he's gonna do it. He's gonna end all of this. And the feeling I get is if we want to save you, Tobias, we're gonna have to end the Green King. To do that.
Sounds like this prophecy is only a delay.
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot to contend with. Lothier, thank you. I know that was a lot. And I'm sure you're shaken. You've had a really rough few days.
I wanted to help, and I hope this helps. So you're right. I did what I could, and I'm glad. And he looks over at Dragon, and he just says, "Thank you, friend." And I needed your help. I needed all your help.
And with another rare, serious look, he like puts his hand on Lothier's shoulders and just looks dead in the eyes, like, no matter what the situation, you can always count on me, friend.
It's what we're here for. You know, we all have our problems, our trials, our tribulations, our flaws. But you can always lean on us.
So long as you always share your drugs.
There we go. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. The moment of brevity.
I don't know
Yes!
what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
And with that much needed laugh, this is where we're going to take our 5-minute break. We will be right back in about 5-ish minutes. We'll see where we're going. We'll see you in 5. We'll see where the rest of this episode goes. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for letting us have that little break. And we are back with the second half of episode 21, and it's been a crazy episode so far. So then let's get down to business, shall we? You all have the scale.
I'm so glad. Yep. There we go.
Yeah. That song is like seared into my soul now. I can't escape it.
Oh yeah.
So you're there having this shared moment, and you're looking at a green scale in front of you from the reliquary brought out for you. It's about the size of a human torso. And this is where we're picking right back up. So what do you all do?
Huh.
So if I touch it, I die.
Yeah, definitely don't
do
touch
not
it.
touch.
Okay, thank you for telling me that, because usually touching things is how I get comfortable in my environment.
What is it, Dragon?
We not just, if this thing is really that powerful, can we just throw it at people, or like?
How would you? You have the psychic powers. Maybe
I can throw things with telekinetically. So disintegrate anything by throwing the scale at it. This is actually kind of a serious question right now.
Here's the thing that I want to make sure doesn't happen. Because that sounds like a great idea. However, we don't know how it's going to react around the thing it originally came from. So we could throw it at things in theory, but we don't know how it might, I don't know, help this threat regenerate a physical form, maybe? Double-edged sword here. What's up,
And we don't know if things will throw it back at us.
Oh.
And we're not the best at dodging sometimes.
That's fair.
Speak for yourself.
If we hit it the first time, then it shouldn't matter, right?
That's because you get God's help.
You right?
Um.
Or, you know, raises his hand again. Or could we like break this thing apart and add pieces of it to our weapons?
We would have to touch it, actually. So
Or like,
We would
well,
have-
I mean, you could wear gloves. It's in a box.
Ilona's
there-
gonna take a pencil and poke it and see what happens.
You touch the pencil to the scale, and for a few seconds, there seems to be no effect. Then I'm going to need everyone to make an Arcana check.
Oh, son of a beach nut.
There we go.
All of us.
PK.
That 20, baby.
Hey yo.
Hey.
Not nat 20.
So that's a 33.
That's a,
33.
that's a
Jeez.
15 for me.
15. 18.
Okay. hold-
54.
24's not bad. 24's not bad.
28.
28. Okay, so Lothier and Sam, the pencil just poof. Not sure what happened, smoke, and it's gone. Shunibus and Alona, in the seconds before it vanishes, you recognize that this seems to have some sort of corrosive like acid effect, and it starts to kind of like almost melt before something about it just smokes and poofs. Dragon, you can look at this and see something that you have never been privy to in your entire life until for some reason this new chapter of your life. You see the pencil is actually being destabilized as its magical essence that places it as a physical object in this world is corrupted, removed, and destroyed.
So like, just out of character. So like, its molecules are literally blown apart.
This scale literally made every single atom fail at once, and it just like it destabilized, and then
All right. That's
Oh.
cool and all. But how does it stay in the box?
Yeah, what's this box made out of?
So yeah, Dragon's gonna kind of like share that, and so you see like him watch very intently, and then in one of those like very rare, almost scientific moments, it's like every particle of that pencil was destroyed, not incinerated, not dissolved, destroyed, down to the smallest building blocks. This doesn't incinerate or dissolve anything. It literally rips them to shreds at the smallest possible level. We should 100% make these into arrows.
Yo, that'd be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Right? Wait, that was wood though. Does it do the same to metal?
Can I take out my dagger?
Yeah, you want to touch it with dagger?
Oh,
Yep.
no.
My recommendation: don't hold it when you do it.
So you
So should I just like drop? Should I just like drop it? Like
I'll be honest. I don't think you're getting it back.
that's fine. It's just a regular dagger. It's
Okay.
not like it's
All right.
special or
Yeah,
anything.
drop it.
All right,
Just in
cool.
case.
here we go. I need a prop to illustrate.
Hold
Okay.
on. Hold and then just drop it, and then quickly pull her arm back and like take 5 steps back.
The dagger lands tip first on the scale, and you can see there's no superficial damage, nothing. It's like throwing a marshmallow at a brick wall. It's like ting, and it lays flat down on it. As it does, you see it sitting there, and then it starts to kind of do, you know, that thing where you shake a pencil and it looks like it's rubber, like it's melting. You literally see this thing start to kind of ripple and melt and bubble until it starts to smoke, and then poof, it's
With my Arcana check, can I also sense that there's any magic inside the box that's able to contain this?
yeah, go right ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna sense magic on that too.
Yeah.
I rolled the opposite of a nat 20, so I'm gonna hero point.
Oof.
Very
much
euphemistic way
better.
to say a natural one.
So that's a 15.
Team. Okay. So Randy, you're using detect magic on the box.
Yep.
And you're trying to use your knowledge of magic to better understand what's happening here, Dragon.
What potential spell could be protecting the pieces of the box that are holding the scale in place?
The best you can understand, and Lothier, your detect magic basically
Just tells me
confirms
it's magic.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fabric it's on is magic. The
Ooh, the
fabric that
fabric.
has wrapped around it is literally like when like you have a live wire and you have to like wrap it in a certain type of fabric so it can't ground itself, or like, kind of like those oh gosh, those microfiber towels that like remove dust from computers. It's like a very hyper magical fabric that's keeping it from touching anything.
The magic microfiber towel of no touch you.
It's
All
the
right.
sham wow of magic.
Just said it and forget it. Anyway. So it's not the box. It's the magic fabric here. Who made this? Was it made here in Or?
Regional lore check.
I will let you know because Zero Leor will tell you that this is a fabric that they do make in the reliquary to isolate certain problematic relics from general pop and all kinds of stuff like that.
Relics that have really outdated opinions.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have their own like mini hot takes.
The scale is just sitting there going like, no, I think we need to really invest in a further capitalistic society. Eventually, it could all straighten out and work, right?
Problematic.
Jeez.
Put that in a box.
Yeah, we're close to that.
Man, Zeralior is really freaking cool. Okay, so we have this magic fabric, the magical ShamWow. We have the scale. We have the knowledge that the Green King is still out there and the Ninth Circle prophecy is trying to defeat him. And that's all Azamat's doing, is just keeping these prophecies thrown at this person. Listen, I know that there's a book at the Platinum Hammer that will definitely help us. I don't know if we've gone through all the resources that we need to in Or. We found Tobias. It might be time to go back. I don't know if we take this with us. But if we do, Father Tikva, if he let us, did meet Old Man Tanin. And Old Man Tanin was the one that led the Eighth Circle prophecy. So if we show him the scale, he might be able to give us some more insight.
I'm going to be the voice of reason here, saying that we probably shouldn't take the magic death scale out of the box or try and move it by ourselves unless we have like gloves made of that
ShamWow
Also
material.
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
magic microfibers.
You're going to regret
Yeah.
that description for the rest of your life, PJ.
Yep. Yeah, that and the holy hand grenade of Azamat. Every time I'm like, how can I bridge two worlds? Ah, yes. A recognizable pop culture reference. That's not going to bite me in the ass. Cheers.
I have to say, I do love what was it? The shield wielding Jesus.
Shield.
Oh yeah.
That's a good
Lantern
one.
Jesus.
Green Lantern Jesus. Yeah.
Green Lantern,
That's what it
shield
is.
wielding Jesus. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Alright.
Is there a way?
my-
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
Riley?
you.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't take it with us until like teleportation circle kind of thing happens, because we do have a very long trip back with things that 100% will attack us again.
10 out of 10 would attack again.
10 out of 10.
That actually follows up to what I was going to ask. Is there any in this world? Is there any fast travel possibilities? Can we just hop through a portal and be like, boom, here we are?
Da 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 da.
I think the only times y'all had fast travel portals was when the elves were building one to the north, and I think that's it.
We took one to the Platinum Hammer from Nubia.
That's right. There was one in the basement of Shionibus's well, if we're gonna be honest, like Castle Mansion.
Listen, I pitch this to you. This is what I pitch to you. If Shionibus's family gets a portal to the Platinum Hammer, why doesn't my family get a portal to the Platinum Hammer? Especially because old man Tanin has already been to Or, and we're the oldest, probably one of the biggest libraries / reliquaries / we have all of our amazing stuff here. So it should be important and easy to get to sometimes, the very important people. So why shouldn't the Temple of Or have its own fast travel portal?
What do we want? Portals. And
We want them.
as soon as reasonable is reasonably achievable.
ASAR, as soon as reasonable.
Once anybody starts talking about portals, Dragon's immediately going to step up and try and be the voice of reason again in a strange take of magic stuff. So maybe it's just me, but portal magic is interesting, and I'm not exactly wanting to go through at the same time as the insane magical dragon scale, because I really don't want to see what happens when you apply portal magic to this. Potentially, it could make the portal have the same magic as that and disintegrate all of us.
So, what if we go first,
Yeah.
and then have someone like maybe not toss it in after we're already on the other side?
Like slowly push the box, and then from the other side pull the box.
You just see like a stick just being pushed. The box.
I don't know, guys.
So,
If we're gonna get disintegrated, I would rather us all be disintegrated together instead of like on a 1-by-1 basis, like separate each other and then,
Well,
you know.
yeah, my concern is more that it'll be an overload of magical energy, and then both sides of the portal could explode.
I hate that. It's
Yeah. So, I mean, if you like both places that you'll be portaling to, I wouldn't recommend taking this through it.
So that's a fair point.
What about bats?
The one kind or the one with wings?
The ones that the two of us, or I mean, Tobias, unless you have a bat too. The ones that most of us don't have.
I could fit you on a bat, probably.
I
I'll
mean,
walk.
you can have mine.
I'm not gonna take your bat. That's your friend.
I have a griffin. Yeah, me and the bat were like acquaintances. If you wanted to ride Beatrice, that'd be a different story.
Wait.
Hold up. You have a griffin? Why is this the first? Why would you summon a bat when you've got like a giant eagle, like lion?
Wait,
Okay.
does the
So
rest of
cool.
y'all have other little magic flying creatures?
No, that's just Shionibus. She
No, I just kicked a man off of his.
That's all you have to do.
All right. We gotta get us our own magic flying things.
I know. I'm very jealous now.
Yep.
I wanted a dragon. No, everyone says you can't.
What a lizard. Would you be okay with like a lizard instead?
Does the
Like-
lizard
And
fly?
we'll start off small.
Does the lizard fly?
I don't know. Probably can find one that does.
What if it can jump really high?
Maybe.
Could start a lizard circus and then we could travel the world on our circus tour, and then maybe that'll get us where we need to go.
You know what
I
we can
like it.
also do?
What?
I'm gonna put us all on a conference call with old man Tanin. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it.
Do you have any item or spell or means to do that?
So we gotta be some reliquary, man.
There's gotta be something in the reliquary.
Dragon would also like to talk to Tobias at some point when there's
Yeah.
a chance.
Okay. So it sounds like we have some we're gonna be doing. So it sounds like Dragon and Lothier are gonna talk to Tobias. Sid's gonna go to the reliquary with Zera Leor and see if there is a possible item that'll let you talk to Tanin. Anyone else have any other actions or things you want to do?
Adventure in the reliquary with me.
I will adventure in the reliquary with her.
Same Z's.
All right. So why don't we do this? Why don't we do the bad saying this? How about the three guys and then the three gals?
Why do you feel bad?
I don't know. It
Yeah.
just feels gendered. I don't
It
know.
was weird for you to say that.
Yeah.
It was. It really was.
Yeah, it was. You made it weird,
was.
bud. Why
Yeah,
you
that's what I
smacking
do.
off, bud? Why you-
What I do. Are you having a good moment that it just feels natural? I'ma fuck it up. Anyway, so
Soup's weird.
It's fine.
anyway, so we're gonna have Randy and Wes and Tobias. We're gonna do that first, and then we're gonna cut to you all at the reliquary. So so Dragon, you want to talk to Tobias? He's looking very numb and sullen.
Yeah. So is he sitting down or like kneeling in a corner at this point?
Yeah, he's definitely sitting down and just kind of steepling.
So Dragon will kneel down in front of him and just put his arms on his thighs, just kind of kneeling. Like, Tobias, how are you doing?
I looked into the face of my dead father, who I never knew, so I am doing absolutely radically fabulous.
Again, like the normal, like smiling, goofy Dragon is like not present. He's just very solemn. I was lucky enough to know my father, so I can only imagine how hard it was for you to see him for the first time in that manner. But in addition to saving the world, he also sacrificed himself for you. And I think you can take comfort in that. And I'm sure your father would be proud of the people that you've saved. And I wanted to ask you a question. Why keep running? In the tavern earlier, I overheard you say that you might be gone in an hour. What is the point in continuing to run? If the prophecy is true, and you are fated to sacrifice yourself for the world, then what good would running do? If you survive and you don't martyr yourself, the world ends regardless, so nothing really changes except you just die later than some other people. But if you stick with us and this prophecy is true, I think that we're the best chance that you have to survive it. And on the off chance that it's not true, you get to spend some time with some good friends. If you run, you'll miss out on all that. And I can tell you from the past few weeks traveling with these lovely people that they're going to take care of you no matter what. So it's your choice to make, Tobias. But I think you know where you should be. And he's just gonna like pat him on the shoulder and then follow after the rest of the group.
As you start to leave, you kind of hear a voice, Tobias, kind of echo to you as you walk away. Because it's the only thing I get to do for myself. My entire life, I've been a servant. I've been a thing. I have been a tapestry of martyrdom. I've been an object to be revered. I've never been Tobias, unless I'm running away. Because then I don't get to be those things. I get to be me. Now, maybe with you, I get to have both. This is new to me. So I will be very awkward until then.
Without turning back, Dragon has stopped to listen to what Tobias is saying. If you join us, I will never treat you like a martyr, only a friend. And I protect my friends. Do what you
Swear
want.
about that.
As you say that, Tobias stands up, looks at you both here and Dragon. And he slowly walks up to both of you, his face twitching and red and pink. You know, you can see there's tears welling in his eyes. What I'm about to tell you, I've only told Shionibus, so this does not leave this group. And then you see like the tears starting to roll down his face as the sobbing kind of like catches in his chest. It's not very often someone actually wants me. They want something I can give, something I can do. I never felt wanted, never felt needed. I was always waiting for the day that someone would choose me, that someone would love me. And I don't know what you plan on offering me, but it sounds a lot like love. So you blokes better be careful. I might fall in love back with you. So have a nice big hug. I'm going to cry on both your shoulders, and we are never going to talk about this to anyone else again. And if anyone asks, I made a pass at both of you. Okay?
Wait, aren't
Good.
you making a pass at me?
No, no.
And he just smiles and then gives him a big hug.
Yeah, I am there for the hug.
All right. Well, with that, Tobias definitely leaves warm, wet tears on your shoulders, pulls himself up. All right. Let's go see how the others are doing. I bet the one individual who's feminine is doing something sexy somewhere. So I must be off. Toodles. And then he awkwardly leaves as he's trying to stay true to what he thinks is himself.
And as he walks away, Dragon's just going to be like, wait. And then he's going to go back in and close the box and then like make sure it's locked and closed. So nobody just wanders in and touches the disintegration scale.
Dragon's saving the world one box at a time.
A box of donuts, a box of dragon scales. It's all the same when Dragon's around.
I didn't try and eat the dragon scales.
No, that's true. No, you'd be dead.
Dragon scales, dragon scales.
All right. So with that, we're cutting to the reliquary. Zeraleor meets you by the curtain, and you see like everything here is made out of steel, has a long ramp and these kind of large stepstone kind of platforms. They pull back the curtain and you see this massive, almost metallic warehouse filled with old and ancient relics, some sealed seals from different countries, and some wrapped in charms, some encased in a metal box. You see like coffins pin cushioned with swords. And there's Zeraleor going, okay, so come on down. Let's see what we can put you in the possession of today. What do you need?
That's a great question. gonna take everything and Alona's power not to look and then look at everything because you're not really allowed in here a whole lot, only on very special occasions. So this is like huge that we're in the reliquary. Imagine like Area 51 in Indiana Jones, or like in the horror movie that has all of the objects that are like super important. I don't remember what movie that is, but imagine it's like Doctor Who. I don't know. There's a lot of really
warehouse of stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's great.
Warehouse of God stuff.
House of Gods.
I thought of Zach Baggins' haunted museum.
Yeah.
That's what I immediately thought of.
Wanna go?
Love it.
Oh my God, Ryuseki. Come on down to Lior's Reliquary Emporium. Let's put a relic in you today for the low price of the
Lifting responsibility.
That's
Oh,
really good.
Reap,
like
you
that.
get another hero point in the chat. My God.
Can we make, instead of doing a recap next week, can we just make a commercial with that?
Yeah, just go walking by. It's like, hi there. Are you also responsible for a cataclysmic event? Or are you a martyr, a prophet, or somewhere in between? Slam! This baby can fit so much responsibility into it. We want to give it to you today.
We got dragon scales. We got cursed dolls. We got
I
all
got
sorts of
donuts.
things. We got
We
cake
got
wheels.
donuts, bread wheels. Oh, God.
Better not be any dolls in here, I swear to God.
Mm.
Oh my God, it is kind of like the room of requirement. I need a phone that's not a phone. I would like to, we need to speak to someone at the Platinum Hammer. We need to know if is there something in here that could get us in contact with someone very far away right now.
You see them thinking, kind of mentally going through their catalog. No, that would explode your brain. That might regress you to a child. Wait, you said who again?
We need to speak to Old Man Tanina, the Platinum Hammer.
Okay, I got something that can work. It's gonna be a little weird. But 1 second. And they rush off and they come back with one of Tanin's books that he wrote in his cell when you first met him in the basement, all the life story of 30,000-year-old Wormkin. And they bring it out and they get the book and they go, okay. Now, this can act as a divination tether to the person who wrote it, etc. If we do a simple divination ritual, we can connect you to Tanin directly, his location, or even just him.
Oh, so there's no item. It's just you being powerful and cool.
It's us being powerful and cool. It's not even that heavy of a ritual. It's really not.
I mean, yes, absolutely, 10,000%. Let's do the thing. Also, you're so powerful and cool. Take the compliment.
Okay, fine. I guess I am pretty awesome.
Let's go.
So they write out instructions and they give it to all of you, this ritual and how to basically use this as a divination tether to connect to someone or something directly. And they give you that, and then they close everything else. They up. And I just have this joke, and it's dumb, and I want to say this, but who's watching the reliquary? Top thems. Who's looking at it? I already told you. Top thems. Like top men from Indiana Jones, but it's top thems. It's a that joke's just for me. Screw you. I get to enjoy it. Okay, I get to enjoy things.
Yes.
Thank you, Randy's letting me enjoy this. You get a hero point, Randy.
Good. Hey.
Good job. So good. Wow. Give me a hero point. Give me.
Now I feel terrible. Yes, Sam, here's a hero point for you. And here's a hero point for you, Kylie. And here's a hero point for Wes. And here's a hero point for Sydney. Why not? So you get the ritual for the divination thing. It's very, very simple, but it will require all 5 of you, or at least 5 people, to participate in the ritual to do that.
Cool. Let's do it. Amazing.
All right. So
Wait,
now, yes.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry because I know I derail every plan ever. Is there a gift shop?
In the reliquary of
Yeah.
godlike artifacts,
Yes.
are you?
Like little crystals, like like the bins where it's like fill a bag with like polished rocks and like postcards. It's like I visited the reliquary and all I got was this postcard. It's not haunted.
So Zara Leor will say that we don't really want to advertise that we're sitting in a bunker made of holy artifacts and powerful things, but I will give you this. And they get out this giant metal bucket, and it's very heavy because inside you see just a ton of rocks, and they kind of like scoop their hands in, like, all right, hold out your hands, and they just drop them all. There you go.
Lona, look at all the rocks. Shonibus, pick a rock. Pick. I mean, I'll hold on to all of them, but like, pick one.
Can I roll a d20 to see what kind of rock I get?
Sure. We're gonna say Kylie.
Do I just one?
I mean, if I'm feeling good, maybe another one later, but we'll see. Cause like
Okay.
I just got these, so like I gotta look at them and stuff.
Do you want to pick out like your favorite first?
Oh
and
no,
then we'll pick out?
no. I'm just holding all of them anyway.
okay.
So just no,
Okay.
you're good. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, cool. What did I roll? I know which rock I want. I want the black one because it reminds her of Anubis. It has like black and gold. That's the one she
Ooh,
wants.
a rutilated onyx.
Yes.
Yeah, you heard me.
Tell us you're a witch without telling us you're a witch.
Also, onyx is what they make arrowheads out of.
True. I actually have
True
one
facts.
on my altar. So I rolled an 18. What does that get me?
I googled rock list to see if I could just get a list of rocks, and the result was rocklistmusic.co.uk. It is a 1990s GeoCity style website about top rock hits. This is not what we were looking for.
It just picks up a music clip like from the early 2000s. Like, what's this?
When you hold me, oh, hell. That's what you pull out of
List
there.
of rocks. All right, what number did you give again?
18.
Sorry, PJ, I'm taking over.
No, I was gonna give this to you anyway. Please take on the rock talk.
You said 18.
Yeah.
Do you want to use a hero point?
Do you want to use your hero point on this rock talk?
Do I?
You might want to use your hero point. This one's like not great.
Oh,
You did just get one.
I mean, let's hero point it. Let's do that because oh no. How does 12 look?
All right, let's see what 12 is. I know this is great. I have all the power now. Oh, this is good. Okay. You pull out a little rock. It's textured and it is this like bright lake blue color that's like mottled with white, and it's a lapis lazuli.
Ooh, nice.
Those. I have a ring with that. That's amazing.
The first one was just calcite, so it just looked like chalk. I felt bad. All right, we may proceed. We've gotten our rocks. Thank you, PJ, for this detour. I apologize.
No, that's okay. This is why I love this game. It's you never know what's gonna happen.
We had tears. We've got rocks. Listen.
You had a mushroom trip and you learned all about the big bad evil. Like this has been a lot.
Plus, Ichi is a rock dwarf. It makes sense that they would have an immense knowledge of rocks.
True. Very, very true. So, Sam, after the show, I need you to send me the private message of all these rocks that these two got. I need some good rock information for my notes because I don't know when or how, but this may come back up. Who knows? So that being said, you all reconnect, all including Morel, all 7 of you. You have the book for Tanin, the instructions on how to do the ritual, some new rocks, and any other. What are you gonna do?
Besides snoop around the reliquary? Or have we been forced out of the reliquary by Zara Lior?
I'm pretty sure they're watching you. You want to sneak around?
No, I don't mean like sneak. I mean like are they forcing us out or can we take a look around? What's up, Wes?
Oh, nothing. That hand was up in response to sneaking around the reliquary.
Yeah, I knew. I was like, oh, Wes is like, I want a round 2. Let's go.
So Dragon, if he's invited into the reliquary, absolutely would love to use Arcana to see if he can find any like really powerful magical armor.
Yeah. If Lothier enters, he is very humble and just like afraid to bump into things. Like he's just like, no, being respectful. Nope, not messing with anything, not touching. Nope.
Zara Lior sees you and goes, hey,
Oh,
it's you from earlier. Hey guy, what's up?
Nothing. I'm here with that's all. We have a business to be here. I'm not sneaking around or doing anything untoward.
Okay. Well, no one touch anything. Look with your eyes, not with your hands. And if you're lucky, you're not going to die on the spot.
Oh.
Do you happen to have any like really powerful magical armor or anything like that?
Do I?
Roll me. It's like I don't know how dumb I'm about to be with this. Roll me, Wes, a D20. If you want, you can make it a persuasion check. You can make a religion check, but one of those two.
Religion or which one?
Or persuasion.
Okay. Like diplomacy?
Persuasion, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, no. You're right. Diplomacy. My God, my brain.
No, you're good. You're good.
Ugh. No
I'm
way.
not kidding. I'm literally not kidding. Nat 20.
Are you kidding?
It's a 23.
I was in my brain. I'm like, I'm gonna yes and this, and I'm gonna regret it. But here's what it is. Okay, fine. All right. So you're asking for armor, right? Okay. So you're like, hey, do you have any powerful like artifact armor or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And Zara looks at you and goes, oh yeah. Oh buddy. Yes, I do. But you can't tell anyone I showed you this. You can't. It's so wicked cool, but you can't show anyone I told you. Okay.
All right.
All right. Follow me. I mean, you all can come if you want to, but everyone's in the secret now. Okay. We're all in on the secret.
Dragon's grinning ear to ear right now. It's just
Great. We're all breaking the laws together. This is great. Come with me.
Mm-hmm.
And they take you down this really obscure path. Around the corner to the left, you see a massive vault. They quietly make a chant, and the door backs at the sound of their chant. And they kind of motion you in. And as you enter this massive vault, covered in holy symbols and seals from all over the world, they point in the direction of this armor stand, right? An armor stand that seems to have a sort of feminine form to it with very, 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 very old plate mail that is bloodied and rusty and covered in dust. You see a helmet on the head with chainmail down the back of the neck. You see this old armor with leather straps that are basically almost falling off. You see a battle skirt and greaves. As Zara Lior turns and says, so just outside the city, about a day's walk or two, you found the ascension site of Minerva. Minerva died defending our people. We were able to recover the body at the ascension site, and for thousands of years we have been locking away the battle armor of Minerva.
That is so awesome. How much do you want for it?
Oh, no way in all of the hells, sir. You're not getting this armor. You can also, it's cut for a woman's form, so we'd have to pad you up. No offense.
Wait! It's Pride Month! Let's get Dragon and Armor Drag! I'm
Yeah.
not kidding!
I mean, realistically, I don't mind that sort of. I mean, if that's the deal breaker portion of this, I don't care. It's like powerful magic armor, and that's really what's important. He like kind of messes with his armor. This is not like great. I've realized that.
Okay. All right. Great. Fine. All right. Let's do this. But you know what? Let's learn together. So they
That's
walk
fair.
over to the form and they take it all down. They look at you and say, if you're wearing any armor right now, like that big strappy leather thing you got, you might want to take all that off.
And he was like excitedly like taking off, and then like mid taking his plate mail his plate mail off. It's like, wait, is this it? Okay, so there was the disintegrating dragon scales. Does this do anything like that? Like, am I gonna melt or something?
It hasn't been worn in like 10,000 years. I don't know what it could do to you.
He just like sits there and ponders for a second, and then it's like,
Can I cast detect magic?
worth the risk.
Yes, you can.
My
Yeah.
God.
All right. You see Lothier just over here, just trying to look at it and see how magical like it is. Like, what if I get it?
Give me a will save, my dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's about to blow my mind.
Min was like, excuse me. What?
That's like I want to say that's a 30 something. Wait, 18, 14. Yeah, 32.
32. So as you detect magic, you have this overwhelming sense. All of your faculties are completely overstimulated to the point where you can't even feel, you just feel your body tense up. And you see this bright light and this very stern Acadian woman just looking at you through the light going, really? Why are you doing this here? What's going on?
Whoa. Miss Minerva,
Mhm.
my friend loves magic things and really honors you and is a great warrior and would love to fight. And we're trying to protect the world. So maybe we could use the armor to do that, because there's a entity known as the Green King that we're trying to stop. And your armor also looks really badass, and he just really likes it.
You just see Minerva. She just starts chuckling, and the chuckle turns into a laughter, and she's full out guffawing. She's somewhere right now in the astral heavens, the astral glories, just laughing. And she's like, no, Asimov, come here. Yeah, no, get them all. This is hilarious. No, come here. You see what looks like this ancient and powerful Acadian man with like platinum scales coming from his eyes and a long white beard, a handsome visage, just very muscly and bronze. It's like, what is all the hub? Is this mortal talking to you? Yes. They want to wear my armor, like from when I reached up and yeah, when I became a goddess. All right, get over here. This is hilarious. You see this big, loud man come like stomping over, and he goes, What seems to be all the hubbub? You see a man with big red hair, almost like a lion's mane in the shape of this beautiful heart, and he's got this big, jovial pink cheeks, and he goes, what is going on? Oh, he's precious. He wants to wear your armor. Rochelle, get over here. And like next thing you know, the entire heavens are sitting there going like, they want to do what? Put it on him. I want to see what happens. Put it on.
Oh, okay. I go back to my friends and I go, put it on. We were given permission by Minerva.
It's safe. Great.
I don't know. Didn't quite say it was safe.
Immediately before, like as he's not hearing Lothier at all at this point, just puts it on.
You put on the whole thing, breastplate, helmet, greaves, battle skirt, van braces. You look like a kick-ass Wonder Woman. You're like, oh, styling, profiling. And then all of a sudden, your whole body just seizes. You go like every muscle slams shut and you drop down to the ground.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
This was worth it.
He just did a death drop.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride. A death drop in plate mail. Sir, I approve. Salute you.
If you're able to talk, say, I'm okay.
Am I able to talk?
In your mind, you can just hear your own voice echo for eternity, but you can't quite get words out.
Well, he didn't answer. Definitely not. We might, but how do you take off magic armor if it messes with you? I don't know. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna try to detect magic on it again and see if I can ask Minerva how to take it off.
You reconnect. Minerva's sitting there. She has a martini glass filled with, and she's just laughing her ass off, just sipping it, going, I never knew the bloody thing could do that. Oh my God. Oh my God. You big spiky angry looking man, Koga, come here, Koga. Did you make that happen? And there's Koga going, I don't know, maybe I did.
Oh, well, that was really fun. Is there a way either for my friend to not be paralyzed while wearing it, or B, to take it off without the rest of us, also becoming paralyzed?
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Rochelle, please fill me up, darling. Oh, you're a peach. I love you. Yes. I'll tell you what. Screw it. It's Pride Month. Here's what I want you to do. Take it off of him. Make him swear allegiance to me. Bended knee. Swear no, he won't break it. If he does, maybe he dies. I don't know. I can't for sure. But then we'll put him on him. It'll be fine. Oh my. Oh, he fell over, just right over, like a goat, like a fainting goat. It was great.
I go back and I go, I was told we can take it off of him, and then I've got a special message for you. Dragon?
Mm-hmm.
I go to try to take it off very carefully, and I'm
gonna help.
So when you reach for his body, it feels like an entire carriage of armor is being pressed against his form. But the minute you kind of separate from his body, it's like a feather. It comes right off him.
Oh, all right. Let's get this off. All right. So, Dragon.
Thank you.
She's
Minerva?
gonna offer him her elven wine. You good?
Drink.
Well, I have something that I think will make you feel better.
Uh-huh.
/ also maybe you might want to think about it before you do it. But Minerva said if you got on a knee, swore an oath to her to fight for her and hold up her honor and, that kind of thing. Remember, she is the goddess of oaths. So very bit important there. That you would be able to wear the armor and not have that happen. But if you break said oath, you could die. Yeah, that was the joke she made, at least, and I would take it very seriously.
After very careful consideration, I think the armor's better off on the rack. And then he's just gonna sit down on the floor.
I agree. I start putting it back very nicely. But thank you very much, Minerva. It's a very nice set of armor.
It was a look.
Yeah. For Pride Month, it was a great way to bring that in. Minerva said it herself. I guess it's Pride Month and where the gods are too.
I feel very proud right now.
Oh my god.
Tell her that their armor gets very heavy when she put it on.
Yeah, the last time I've had to do that, it kind of hurt my brain. I think we should just pray and let that message go up there by itself.
So Dragon is just very carefully going to put like his pinky finger on the armor and be like, "Thank you for not murdering me."
And in the back of the head, you get this voice, this feeling, this vibe of like the wine ant who can outbench everyone at the gym. And you just hear this voice that just says, thank you for being respectful.
I think I'm ready to go out of the magical artifact place.
I help him up on his shoulder. See, it's a scary place in here. I told you.
So you see Zero Lior just, they are laughing hysterically, like, I heard the whole thing. Oh, it was the most fun I've ever had at work. Does anyone want to see any other artifacts I'm not supposed to show you? This is amazing. No, we're done. Do you want to see the first coin that Kioma ever had? You want to see that bad boy?
Alona looks at Shionibus.
No? It's really, it's heresy to show, but it's so much fun. I want to know what Kioma does to you. No? Okay.
I kind of, but like I don't want to.
No.
I think what Shionibus is trying to say is that we really have had our fair share of heresy today. We're probably good.
Okay. Oh, everyone. Oh, thank you for making my whole month. All right, let's call it. I'm gonna shoot. Get out of the vault. I gotta close it up. I gotta seal it. Shoo.
Consider getting that gift shop in.
Also, the gods have a really fun personality, it seems like.
Just deadpan. Dragon is going to turn to look at Lothier like, yeah, hilarious.
No one told you had to wear the armor.
It was offered, and it could have been really cool.
You could have worn it.
It was really cool from my perspective, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it was cool while you were like standing upright.
It was
For
the
a brief
falling
moment.
over that did it for me.
My voice trying to say things that echoed for an eternity that kind of made me turn off the whole like god armor thing. I'm going to start small, maybe just a little bit of magical armor from a shop that didn't have to do with a person ascending into godhood. We'll work our way up to god armor later. Much later. I need donuts.
Off to Bum Boys it is. I'll go grab them for you.
You know he's in some kind of way when he calls them donuts and not cake wheels.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Struggling right now.
He's
Honestly.
struggling. All right. I'm gonna go to Bum Boys and then I'm also gonna go by a tavern and pick up some alcohol.
Okay. I've never been hungrier for like a beer and a stout right about now. My God. Right. That sounds so good. So the beers are had, the donuts are demolished. The little pink box they come in, it's been tossed away respectfully. And now is time for the ritual. The instructions are very simple. They tell you all to place yourself around the object in a ritual stance and to basically reach out to the item, and with that, kind of repeat a chant to reach out to the individual. Now, the way group rituals work in this game is we're going to need someone to lead the ritual, a primary skill check roll, if you will. From that, everyone's going to effectively roll a similar or different skill check that will then help towards the total DC of the ritual DC. So, who wants to be the primary skill check roller for the ritual?
Just out of curiosity, is this like arcana or is this like religion? Is this a religious artifact or is it just magical?
Well, the good thing is that you can choose either one of those two, religion or arcana, for this roll.
Who has the highest Arcana mod? I don't think it's me.
It might be me. I have 13.
With 13. Okay.
Got a fat too.
Dragon, if you want to run it, since you have the highest mod on Arcana.
Ooh, that was a good knuckle snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was good.
Damn.
So he cracks his knuckles and we're like, all right, just gotta stretch after that. Okay. Yeah, I can lead this one. I learned quite a bit of magic in my time, so. All right. Time to talk to somebody. So that's a 22 on Arcana.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good. Now we're gonna need 5 total. We got the first one. Everyone has to pick one. It can be between Arcana or Religion. Or if you want to choose one that's not one of those two, the DC will be higher for you, but it will be on a skill you're better trained in. So let's go around starting with Kylie. Yes?
Can I do society instead?
Yes. I'll allow that.
Ooh, hero point. 31.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a hero point from saying your joke was okay for you, right?
It
Nice.
is sad but true. Yes, you do.
And I will use that much better.
Use it.
I just so you know, I got a 3 before this roll. Now I have a 18 plus my thing, so much better.
All right.
30.
30.
in religion. Yeah.
What's the check being rolled?
Religion.
Legend. Yes. All right. Sam, what's yours?
Can I make an argument that in cases like these, the ritual of religion and magic, what Ichi would be doing is pretending like she knows what she's doing, and therefore I can roll performance.
I am 100% here for a performance check. Absolutely.
Okay, good. Thank God. Well, hero point though, because that's still bad. I get something for laughing at PJ's jokes.
When you say it that way, it sounds so like nepotistic and lame.
Oh,
I'm making fun of you. It's fun.
I know. I'm an easy target.
That's gonna be a 24.
All
She's
right.
like, yeah, let's put this here and put a rock in the middle. Not all the rocks.
All right. Bringing it home. Sydney, what you got?
I got 24 religion.
Nice. Okay. So, as you all complete going around the ritual, you see one by one a light kind of pops up from the circle where you are standing. And then from that, all the beams of light kind of grow until they touch the book. The book starts to kind of tremble a little bit. And then you suddenly hear this voice, loud and very ever present. Sorry, I was going to my notes, making sure I got all the 5 people. Did I get all the 5 people? Did I?
Yeah, you got all of us.
Okay. And so you hear the voice suddenly loud. Yes, who is this? Who is this now?
Hi. I know it's been a few weeks. She looks at Alona. This is Shionabis and Alona and Ichi and a couple of new friends. We met with you several weeks ago now.
Hold on. I
Take
remember
your time.
now.
I know.
I remember now.
Been around for a while.
Oh yes, Tiffany, Uniboss,
No.
and I believe is that Rebecca? No, Billy. Yes, the dwarf woman's name is Billy. I know that's Billy. I know them anywhere.
Yep,
Yes.
that's me.
Yep.
Missed you.
Unfortunately, Boofer is no longer with us.
Oh, Boofer. Yes, quite sad. Yes.
We just have, I guess, a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind. If you don't mind taking the time out of your busy day.
Oh, no. I've been here writing books and contemplating. So this is great. I love this.
Lovely. Alona, do you want to start? Or I can start. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
You go. You got this.
Okay.
I'm a.
So, do you remember someone named Cain and Hannah?
No. Wait. I've met a lot of Canes. I've met a lot of Hannahs. Could you be more specific, please?
They were friends. Friends is a loose term. With Tobit. Raphaelis.
Oh, the dear boy. Oh, yes. Tobit, so sad, the story of Tobit Raphaelis, yes. And, by the great platinum worm, you mean that Cain and that Hannah, yes.
Yes, that one. So you do remember them.
I've been around for 30,000 years. You only find so many names in the world. Do you know how many boofers there are? 37. 37 boofers.
What about Tiffany's?
9,000.
Ew.
You remember all of these names?
Probably.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. I'm very old.
Yeah, no, it's not the old part. It's the remembering everything.
Oh,
It's
no, it's
gotta be
great.
hard.
Anyway, I write all my books. I've got such great fiction. You should read one. I had to do, what did the, I believe it was Billy. She said I should call
No.
it Edge of Legend. I think it's a good, I think it's a bit contrived, but I think it's a good name for a book.
Well, I think Chionibus.
Oh, Shunibus, I'm so sorry. Yes. So what about Kid and Hannah?
We're looking for them. Do you know kind of where exactly their locations are, or if they're even still alive?
Oh my goodness, I don't know if I know they're still alive. I imagine they are. Tobit is very wise, crafty to get them out. Cain would be in the city of remembrance for the dragons of the war. I believe he resides in Dragongrave. Hannah, if I recall, she changed her name and moved to Asmacon. Ironic, though, she was a priest and then became a masked warrior.
Are both of them human by chance?
I must be honest. I don't really know. Cain looked human, but he could have a tail for all I know. I'm not going around searching his pants. That's very rude.
Yes, very rude indeed. Does anyone else have any questions or ideas?
Yeah. Where is Dragongrave?
Dragongrave. Yes. It was built at the site of the last battle of the Great Dragon War, when he betrayed us all.
Ooh,
Some
betrayed
betrayal.
us.
Who betrayed you?
I was betrayed by a friend, by a mentor. We were betrayed by Koramat and his bastard son Proditimat. And when they fell and were slain, I was betrayed by Abad, a friend, a warrior, compatriot who was with me at the very beginning of all things. He looked at the fall, the felling of a god. He stared into an abyss and he blinked. And I have not seen him for 5,000 years.
This thing that he saw at the bottom of the ocean, was it old?
Well, the very beginning of all things. Oh, but that were then it was very new. But I suppose that had been even older than we thought. I'm sorry, I'm not making any sense. Are you speaking of Abad?
Yeah.
Abad saw the death of gods. He saw the death of Kormat. He saw the death of Prodedimat, and he fell in his heart. And he made a choice that day, a vile, despicable choice. And then he went to sleep like so many others did.
You mentioned that there were people that betrayed you. You've mentioned 3 names. Is there a 4th?
Yes, I can't remember which one, but another one, the Lesser Dragon, the second legacies were also felled in the war. Killed. And we thought this impossible, but if anyone remembers the first days, then we should have known it was inevitable.
So there were 4 dragons that were killed in the Great Dragon War. One of them was Koromat, supposedly, and their son Prodedimat. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
That's correct, yes.
In the vision that we saw, because we did go on a vision quest earlier today, we saw the City of Dragons grave, and we saw a monument to 4 dragons that were felled, but there were also 4 humans that were there as well. Do you know who they might be?
Unfortunately, I wasn't there when the city was made. I can only guess generals from the war, possibly people that founded Dragon's Grave. But one of the greatest generals was an elf. I think they would have gotten that detail right. I'm sure that in the 5,000 years since the war, they would not have done something as stupid as get details wrong, right?
5,000 years is a long time for most of us.
PJ, would I know what general he's referring to?
The elven general in question?
Yes.
Yes, you would.
Cool. Can I have the name and location of where he was from?
So, try to remember. I want to say I said it to you. Yes. 1 second. Let me get there. It is. So you know that the elf general during the battle of, the war of the Great Dragon War is one named Valain Tarsian.
That's right.
Valain Tarsian was the general that headed the operation to get the Egg of Peace in the final days of the battle. And he was an elf from the far north, where certain Bowen Rioneg also hails from.
Son of a bitch. And he disappeared, yeah?
He just disappeared sometime after the war. Well, no, he disappeared after the pruning. Oh dear, he did not take kindly to the pruning.
And he did.
No. Well, you see, he was on the 3rd committee. I don't speak Elvish very well. But the 3rd committee's job was to find a compromise between the first 2 committees. You see, one committee wanted to destroy the trees, the other committee wanted to keep the trees alive, the 3rd wanted to find a way to not have anything happen. But, well, the trees were destroyed.
So, he was there 5,000 years ago. He may or may not be alive. I guess the question remains, does Dragon Grave still stand as it once did? I've never heard of it before.
I've never been, but I see no reason it shouldn't be destroyed. Oh, that's right. That's when Tobit died. Well, then I guess it's still doing okay.
If one of us were to try to find this place, how would we go about doing that?
I'm very sorry, my dear boy. What's your name?
My name is Lothier.
Ah, Mola. It's a great name. I love Mola. It's a strong, chompy name. Mola, you see, Dragon's Grave. Where are you anyway? Where are we? What?
We're in Ore right now.
Oh, I do love Ore. Oh, so good. Great stars. Anyway, you want to go. Oh, you want to go south, but you must be careful. On the Acadian continent, going to the south, you pass by in Shalator, you pass by the Iron Wall of Theramis. Very dangerous, that one. You pass by the wall trenches. And then eventually you'll make your way deep, almost across a little skiff land, and then you'll make it to Dragon's Grave in the south.
What did you say about trenches?
Oh, the mud trenches, the death trenches. Yes. Have you not heard of them? Oh my! Oh, it's a spitting good spot of war. There is a place locked in forever battle. Who is it? Jonathan, Jameson, Billy? No. New Jack City. That's the one. Yes, you go south enough, you'll find the 20 miles of mud and trenches. That is the protective bubble of New Billy. No, New Jack City.
So we have to pass through all of that to get to.
Oh no, I suppose you don't. You could always go over to my Nubia, no, to Zook. Yeah, you go around the other side of the Tazukan territory, underneath Nubia, from Mycana, and then you can scoot around and just get to the southern tip of Dragon's Grave. But that's if you have a boat.
I do have a boat.
Smashing. Do you want to go see a play? I have this very good play. It's got a bunch of goblins and orcs in it, and it's smashing performances. I really like to go see it.
Oh.
I like a play, but I think we got some things to do.
Oh,
right.
But before we leave, meet our new friend also, Dragon.
Hello. Yes.
Hello. What's your name again?
Dragon.
Oh, Drag Queen. Lovely. Love it. Smashing. Listen, Drag Queen, you're... Oh, my.
What?
You're blue.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
good.
I am.
Congratulations. Oh, it's smashing. Hamasa must really like you.
Why?
Not a lot of people get a second chance.
Wait, you know what I am. You know I've come back from the dead.
My dear boy, I was there when she put her seal in the great... Well, I'm not going to talk about that, but yes, I know all about her. Yeah, very much so.
Huh. Interesting.
Wait. Can I ask a question then?
Mola, yes, please.
Do you know of the last druid of the Circle of Mud?
Oh. Yes, I do remember. Yeah, poor thing. Couldn't bear the failure. I don't know where they are anymore. They may have lucked out and finally popped away to the fell of a name, but that would require a lot of risky things. Yes.
Just a question from Drag Queen.
Yes, Drag Queen. Yes.
The city you mentioned on the way, New Jack City, is that a good place to like potentially buy some new equipment or anything like that, or is it more like a nothing town?
Buy equipment. Maybe. I don't know. They don't use swords there. Well, some use swords. They use knives, tiny knives. I don't know if you'd like their knife. I don't think you'd like that.
Or like armor or something.
Oh no, they don't have armor. They do have birds that fly of metal, but too heavy. If you ask me.
Wait. Birds that fly that are made of metal?
Yes, the eagles and witches. That's what they call them.
I look over at
Yeah, he's like looking around the rest of the group. Like, do any of you have a metal bird?
I have a bird. Not
Is
a
it metal?
one, though. No.
Wait, is he a carnivore?
Is the metal eagle? Is it a carnival?
No, I'm asking Shanabis if her bird is a carnivore.
Oh, Beatrice? Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
that can be pretty metal sometimes.
You're absolutely right. You're right. I really need to check on her.
Lothier.
I miss her so much.
Lothier. We can
Yeah.
get metal birds if we go to this
Oh,
New Jack place.
we should absolutely go to New
We
Jack
should go there
Ag-
and buy metal birds for ourselves.
wholeheartedly agree.
I would like to summon a metal bird. Fly 'em.
I want one too. Well,
Mhm.
let's make it happen.
Yep. That's what. Yep. All right.
I love this bonding that you two are having.
Oh my god.
I'm worried that this journey is going to be far more than we bargained for.
That's what
And I'm a
everyone said
little
about fighting the
nervous.
beast.
Yeah,
And
when
That went
has
really
anything
fast.
we've ever done been just the amount we bargained for. Like, how often do we hit like?
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
The unexpected is fun. If you expect everything, life would be boring.
Also, there's a thing that's trying to end the world. So, I mean, if we bargain for it, the world still ends.
Guess that's it then. We're going to travel to Dragon's Grave through hell or high water.
And through New Jack City so we can buy metal birds.
Also, maybe because, excuse me, you said Talbot Talbot died at Dragon's Grave, right?
Tobit, yes.
Tobit, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Tobit died at Dragon's Grave. That's where he finished.
How
his-
far is it from Asmacon
to
to Dragon's Grave? Because I'm wondering if it makes, and he turns back to the group, if it makes sense to try to speak with Hannah before we talk to Kane, if Kane is there.
To get to Azamat, you have to travel through the Sand Sea, and it's like a week's journey.
Oh,
And that's
oh.
like Azamat's like the southest of south.
Yeah, we almost lost our minds on the Great Sand Sea.
I almost died.
yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
So-
No, we're not doing that. Got it.
Oh, and there's giant beasts, gold animals there. Yes, and I'm sure Camazot is very keen to see you again.
Have you ever heard of a stone scorpion that lives in the deserts near Or?
Stone scorpion. No, Molar, but I would think that an earth elemental could change its shape relatively. So I'm sure it likes to take on many different shapes.
Thank you.
Well, that one like to take on the shape of an asshole.
Facts. Facts.
All right. So with that, with the questions asked, we're going to put a bookmark here. And if you have anything else to ask Tanine, well, that's what next week is for. So with that, we're going to call an end to episode 21 of Edge of Legend. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank you all for making this a crazy fun episode with lots of shenanigans. And with that, I'd like to start off by turning it over to Randy. Randy, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Yeah, I'm Randy Alvarenga, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at Roller Raja. That's ROLLER RAJA. If you want to see some cool stuff like Shadowrun over on Gen Con TV, and some D&D and Call of Cthulhu. So all of those things on my Twitter. Follow me and find out. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, next up, let's go over to Kylie. Kylie, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hi, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can find me at Kai's Wonderful Life all over the internet, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff. I am not here with this amazing cast and crew. I am over on World Tree Quests on Sundays here on Twitch at 9 a.m. playing a D&D 5e game. We currently have the whole party back together after a very long hiatus of my own. We might be, planning a wedding. So that's a lot of fun. Come check us out and come hang out.
Yeah. Next up, we got Wes. Wes, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello, everyone. I am at Wes_IRL on all things, and you can find me Fridays on my Twitch channel for Yeet for Initiative, where PJ is one of my awesome players. Join us this Friday at 6 p.m. PST, and we're going to get into some shenanigans. Probably not on this level of shenanigans, but definitely some shenanigans. So,
yeah. Next up, Sydney, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello! My name is Sidney Rubino. I go by Sidney Rubino all over the internet, that's Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And when I'm not here on Wednesdays, well, I have a short little cool stream going on Saturdays. I'm not going to be there this weekend because I'm going to be in a wedding. But you should still watch them anyway. It's on the channel called Weave the Tale. It starts 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it's a necrobiotic campaign, which is a new TTRPG that they're featuring on that channel. And it's really dark and very drama heavy, but also really funny somehow because you have to add them. Anyway, it's great. So if you want to check that out, check out Weave the Tale over there on Saturdays, 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And thank you so much for coming in tonight because y'all are awesome. And this is a great story. And I love these people so much.
All right. Well, next up, last and certainly never least, Sam, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet internet.
Hello. First thing I want to say is thank you, PJ, for letting me start a rock collection in game. I really appreciate it. But that said, I'm Sam. You can find me online at Hey Sam Sterling. And what am I up to? I don't really know. What is life? But come check me out, come hang out on Twitter, and come see us next week.
Yeah. Well, everyone, that just leaves me. My name is PJ Megaw, and you can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Come find me, confront me, and let's have fun. And when I'm not here with these amazing legends, you can find me here in a little while for season 2 of Wayward Arcadium. We're going to be doing some meetings, chattings, and some writings, some thinkings. But season 2 Wayward Arcadium is happening. If you don't know what we're talking about, go to our YouTube, Nat20 Prods, check out Wayward Arcadium season 1. Guarantee you're going to love it. It's awesome. Just as amazing and awesome as all these really cool people are here. Friday, of course, you can see me with Wes doing for your initiative and more announcements as we can make them. So until then, everyone, thanks so much for tuning in, and we are going to raid Theropod Art.
Theropod, I feel like I should know that.
Yeah, I think we raided them once before. They're really cool. They do artwork that they have. Yeah, they have like a really cool like CGI dinosaur that's the artist who talks to the people while they're doing the thing. So what should our raid call be?
I
Dragon scales.
Dragon scales.
Dragon scales. I love it. All right, everyone. We're going to be raiding in 3, 2, 1.